Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Bridget's Kitchen. My name is Bridget Fuliaki Davis, welcoming you to another episode, another wonderful cooking class episode. It is Monday morning. Actually, no, it is Monday afternoon here in Sydney. I slept in, so I thought it was Monday morning, but it's actually Monday afternoon here in Sydney. The weather is kind of a little bit, it's not so great. It's one of those days that you maybe don't want to spend time outdoors unless you absolutely have to. And what better way to spend your day than indoors cooking some fabulous food. Now, over the weekend, just to preface why I'm doing this lemon cooking masterclass with you guys today. So over the weekend, our daughter Coco, she graduated from high school. So she's 17 going on 18. She graduated from high school. She was the head girl of her school, but she also won the top award for her entire school for the year. And we had a big family celebration. We had people come from all over the world to join us here at our home, our little whare here in Sydney, to celebrate our beautiful daughter Coco's graduation. And you know what happens when family comes? Firstly, it's the most beautiful, it's like an exquisite chaos. There's people coming and going, there's things happening, there's people laughing, there's people making noises at all odd hours of the morning. But what you get is you get the most wonderful sense of community. And I've always said, and this is me and my husband, we've always said, it takes a community to raise a child. So when all the grandmas come and the aunties come and the cousins come, and we all get this opportunity to celebrate Coco and celebrate her achievements, it is a very, very beautiful thing. So what normally comes with family? Well, you know what comes with family? Food comes with family. So one of the gifts that we got given from Coco's graduation is a very, very dear friend of ours, Radhika, who lives right here in Sydney. And we've known Radhika for many, many years. In fact, Radhika and her gorgeous husband, Ron, used to babysit Coco when she was just little. And me and Mahe used to have to run off to do events, and we couldn't leave Coco on her own. Radhika would come and she would take our little girl and she would look after her. And Radhika and Ron were here with their gorgeous, gorgeous daughter. And they gave us this amazing gift. Now let me show you this gift. You would not believe it. Hence why I'm doing a lemon cooking class. So this is not a grapefruit. That is a lemon from Radhika's tree. Crazy, right? And I looked at these lemons and I smelt these lemons. And I thought to myself, we need to do a lemon cooking class, a lemon masterclass. Because this here, as we all know, because I know you've all had lemon and honey drinks when you're not feeling well. We know how fortifying the ingredients are in this fruit, that I thought would actually do 5 really wonderful health benefits to cooking with lemons in this cooking class. Because how could you not want to cook with Radhika's lemons? So thank you, my darling Radhika, and to Ron, and then to your beautiful, beautiful girl for coming and spending some time with us and giving us this gift. And it's the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it? When you give food, you can never, ever, ever go wrong. So, lemon masterclass we're doing today. 5 wonderful and healthy, beneficial ways that we can use lemons in our diet, in our cooking, in order to not just make us feel better, but also to get the most benefits from this amazing fruit, which is not a grapefruit. And just in case you've just joined me, it's the lemon. I know, right? Isn't that a huge lemon? And it smells homegrown, which I absolutely love. So the first thing I want to talk about, which is actually a really basic idea when it comes to lemons, which is actually making the juice of lemon into a drink that you have first thing in the morning. So my suggestion is that you take a lemon. This is probably quite a big lemon, so we might just go for, I'm just going to show you, I've only got Radhika's lemons in front of me. They're all huge. I'm going to find just a fairly normal size, one if I can, caught it, normal size one, because I want to talk about a beverage that's going to really start your day off the right way. So I've got just a fairly average size lemon here. Of course, homegrown, smells delicious. And one of the best things you can do for your health, the first thing in the morning, is to take a lemon. You only need to use half a lemon if it's that size. Half a lemon, juice that lemon and stick it into a glass, 250 mils, 300 mils, whatever it is, of warm water. Not cold water, warm water is definitely the best way to go. And you need to just drink that. So I'm just talking about lemon water. No honey, no sweetener, none of that sort of stuff, just lemon water. This is the first thing you do on an empty stomach. So as soon as you wake up in the morning, you grab yourself a lemon, you juice that lemon, or half if it's this size, you juice that lemon, and you stick it into a glass of warm water. Now what that's going to do for you, and it has a number of health benefits, but we're going to talk about the three main ones for me. The three main ones are, it will maintain the pH level in your body. So it will help you to stay more alkaline. And one of the things we know about our body is when your body is alkaline, it runs really smoothly. It's like a car, it's got the right oil, it's got enough water in it, it's got the right petrol, it just ticks along, it hums along. Now if your body is too acidic, and I know this is acid, but this actually has an alkalizing quality once you drink it, even though your body is quite acidic. When you drink lemon juice, it helps to balance that pH level. And when your body is too acidic, it is disease causing. So disease thrives in acidic conditions. We need to balance the pH. You can do that with your lemon and hot water or warm water drink every single morning. The first thing you do before you have your cup of coffee, before you have your cup of tea, you need to do this. Trust me, it is amazing. It is a great start to your morning. Not only will it maintain those pH levels or that balance, but it will also hydrate your system, meaning it provides your body with electrolytes. So if you are feeling dehydrated, this is going to help to hydrate your body really, really simply. So that's another great thing about it. And the third thing, and there's other wonderful things, but the third thing that I really, really like about starting your day with half a lemon, juiced down, freshly juiced down, and some warm water, remember just one drink a day, is it promotes digestion. So it will increase your metabolism and it will aid in weight loss. So 3 really good health benefits of just starting your day with lemon juice and warm water. That's it. Doesn't cost you anything apart from a lemon, unless you're like Radhika and you grow these types of lemons on your property. It doesn't cost you much. So that's how we're going to start our day. That's number one. That's the number one tip. The number 2 tip that we're going to talk about is one that is more of a cooking technique rather than, and yes, it does have massive health benefits, but let's just say you have a lemon tree, or you've gone to the veggie shop and you've got, oh my God, lemons are really, really cheap. I'm going to buy all these lemons, and you don't know what to do with them. The best way to maintain or to keep the quality of that lemon juice is to juice your lemons, right? Juice your lemons. Take that lemon juice and then pour it into ice cube trays and then freeze the ice cube trays. So every time you need to have your lemon water in the morning, you just take out a little ice cube from the freezer, pop it into your water, and you're done. So even if you're thinking, I've got all these lemons, what am I going to do with them? Just pre-juice them, put them into ice cube trays, and then you literally have the perfect portion of lemon juice ready to go into your cup in the morning to have your wonderfully hydrating, your wonderful drink that's going to maintain your pH balances ready to go for you. So that's number 2. So number 3, as we all, like I said, well, I was saying before, we all know this, that lemons are very high in vitamin C, and vitamin C is very good for fighting colds. So number 3 idea for you guys is, of course, we want to make sure that you have your lemon juice and some hot water or warm water. We're going to put a little bit of manuka honey in there, or a little bit of inulin if you're sugar free in there as well, with some freshly grated ginger, and you have the perfect drink if you're feeling a cold coming on, if you've got a bit of a sore throat happening, or if you just want to fortify your body as well, because lemon juice is really, really high in vitamin C. So that's number 3. But number 4, we're actually going to do a recipe, and the recipe is actually coming straight from the book, Bridget's Kitchen. And the recipe that we're going to do today, I've got 2 recipes for you guys, but the first recipe I'm going to do today is on page 223 of Bridget's Healthy Kitchen, and it is my preserved lemon recipe. I've had a few people come to me, you know, over the months that we've had this book released, saying, oh Bridge, how come my lemons have gone moldy? So we're just going to talk through those potential fail points within the recipe. It is a really simple recipe to do, but there are a few techniques that you need to be aware of. So we're going to go through that right now. So preserved lemons is really, really simple. I'm going to bring you down to my bench so we can see what's going on here. And of course I've got Radhika's amazing lemons down here. This is a no cooking dish. It does require a bit of time, and that time is in the lemons need to time to preserve. So preserved lemons, very, very popular in North African countries. So they use them in their stews and their tagines, very pungent in flavor, but a really great way to use up any lemons, because I know that it's definitely lemon season in parts of the world right now, and they are in abundance. We don't want to waste that amazing abundance. We want to look after it. So that's huge. I'm just going to put that to the side. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but I need to do something really dramatic with that big lemon. I've never seen a lemon that big before. So I'm going to take these lemons here, which are kind of your average size lemons, or just a little bit above average, and we're going to create them into our preserved lemons. So there's only 2 ingredients we need for our preserved lemons. One of them is, of course, lemons. Of course. The next one is some salt. Now I am using Himalayan salt, so that wonderful pink salt there, I'm using the Himalayan. And the reason I'm using Himalayan is a few more trace elements that you get from your Himalayan salt that you don't currently find in table salt. So I'm going to be using that type of salt. And what we need to do is, the first thing I've done is I've washed these lemons, even though there is no wax on them because these are homegrown. But if you're getting your lemons from the supermarket, make sure you give them a bit of wash. Give them a bit of a light scrub down with it, just like with a green scourer, and that will remove any pesticides. It will also remove any wax that may be on the outside of your lemons, which you definitely do not want. So we're going to take our lemons, and I'm just going to remove the top of the lemon there, which is just the stalk, which kind of attached itself to the tree, because that's not edible. So we're just going to remove that with a little sharp knife. Let's get rid of that little guy there. And what we want to do is, looking at our lemon, it has a top and it has a top there, has a bottom. And what we want to do, I'm just going to take off the bottom there, only because I want my lemon to have a bit of a base so I can stand it up. I'll show you the difference. So with this lemon here, I've done nothing to it. If I tried to stand it up, nothing happens. Either side, yeah? You want to create a bit of a base. So I've just taken off the bottom there. So now I have this amazing sturdy base to work with. This is all about safety. Safety is definitely paramount when it comes to our cooking. So I've got a bit of a base. I've taken it off. My lemon is now secure on my bench. Taking a small sharp knife. What I want to do now, this recipe is guys, this is so incredibly easy. Preserved lemons. So I'm just going to take my sharp knife. I'm going to slice down, but notice I'm not actually going right through to the bottom. Really important. I'm going to stop there. I've probably stopped about 10 centimeters before the end of the lemon, just so I can open it, but it's not going in half. I'm then going to turn the lemon that way, taking the same knife. I'm going to do the exact same cut, not right to the end. I'm leaving the lemon intact down there. Once again, it's cut, but it's not cut in half, which is really important. I'm going to do it again. So the lemon was like that. I'm now going to turn the lemon 45-degree angle. I'm basically cutting the lemon into eighths, but I'm not cutting it right through, which is the important part. Cutting it right like that. So once again, look, it's still intact, but I've got more cuts. Turning the lemon again, one more time. So I now have made 8 even-sized cuts into our lemon without cutting through down the bottom. Yeah, it's all still intact. I am, though, now just going to give it a bit of a stretch. Just a little bit of a stretch. The reason I'm doing this is I now need to do the preserving part. Because right now we just have a lemon. We have a lovely lemon. And by the way, the smell is intoxicating. So good. Right, I've got a bit of a lemon like that. The reason I've done that is because I now need to take up my jar. And I have here a sterilized jar. So you can either sterilize your jars by popping them into a big pot of water and boiling them for 10 minutes. So it kills any potential bacteria that may be inside our jar. That's the first way you can do it. The other way that you can do it is you can pop this into your dishwasher on a hot cycle. So about above 50 degrees, the cycle. And that will also kill any bacteria that might be in there. So I have my jar pre-sterilized. I'm now going to pop if it'll fit. I didn't think about that. Hang on, let me try again. No, it's not going to fit. Alright, that's okay. Cut it in half, because these are big lemons. Right, cut it in half. And now that I've cut it in half, I know it's going to fit just in my jar, So what I'm going to do is take up my salt. It can get a bit messy, but that's okay. Mess is fine. Taking up my salt, I'm now going to add or sprinkle my salt onto all the cut ends. So making sure that all those wedges are covered with a generous amount of sea salt, or of Himalayan salt. Just like that. Give it a bit of a rub in. Always help a bit more, bit more, bit more. And now I'm going to put that in. If anyone's thinking tequila now, so am I. Just saying. Alright, just saying. I'm thinking the same thing as you guys. I just need to get a tea towel. Yeah, totally thinking the same as you guys. Lemon, salt, tequila. But here we go. So, salt over the cut ends. Be generous. Put it into the little slices you've made. I know it will feel like a lot of salt, but it's also a lot of lemon. Let's be serious here. Everyone's going, wow, that's a generous amount of salt. Well, you know what? That's a generous amount of lemon, so don't be too concerned about it, and we're going to pop that in. I can't believe I'm only getting potentially 2 lemons, maybe 2.5. Let's do one more. Let's do one more for luck, yeah? So, taking up our lemon. Remember the first thing we do. What is the first thing that we do? That's right. We cut off the base. We create a little stand. So it's safety first, yeah? Safety first with our lemons. And then we're going to take our sharp little knife and we're going to make an incision down, but we're not going to go the complete way through. Same technique every single time. Turning the lemon. Now we have it in quarters. Keep on twisting. And now we have it in 8ths. But because this is a really big lemon, I'm actually going to cut it right through. Depending on the size of your lemon, you actually may have to cut yours in quarters, but we want to keep it as intact as possible. So I've got half a lemon here. Then we're going to take up our Himalayan salt, generously sprinkle it over, we nearly lost one, over the lemon, and then we're going to shove it ceremoniously into our sterilized jar. And yes, I have sterilized fingers, very important. Right, that's done. The only thing you need to do now is to take up your lemons, the leftover lemons that you have, and create lemon juice. Now I have no fear that Radhika's lemons are going to create the most delicious and plentiful juice known to humankind. So straight into the jar, we're going to juice it, and you want to create enough juice so that you cover, 3/4 cover your lemons. Now the lemons will shrink as they're preserving, and the idea is that eventually all those lemons will be completely covered in juice, and they will preserve without them actually going moldy on you. So if you've got really dry lemons, and some lemons have less juice than other lemons, what you might find you need to do is to add more lemons than stated in the recipe. I think I've got the juice of 2 lemons. You might find you need the juice of 4 lemons, just to ensure that you've covered your preserved lemons in at least 3/4 to, if not more, of the lemon juice. That's really, really important. So squeezing down, you're going to cover, 3/4 cover your lemons with lemon juice. Do as much as you can. As I said, some lemons are they just got less juice than the others. See what I'm doing? Even though I've done that side, I'm going to flip it, because you can still get more juice out when you do that way, just to make sure we're not wasting anything. Give it a really good squeeze. Cover your lemons at least 3/4 of the way with juice, and then once that's done, you're going to cover it with a clean, sterilized lid, and that is going to sit in your fridge for a minimum of 3 weeks. Remember, this is straight from the cookbook, straight from here, Bridget's Healthy Kitchen. Now, I use preserved lemons in multiple ways, but the best way I find is when you're doing stews or fish tagines or casseroles, just a little bit of your preserved lemon goes a long way flavor-wise. And this is so incredibly good for us as well. So, those are our preserved lemons. The next recipe I'm going to show you is one that I made on the weekend at Coco's graduation. And I didn't know how I was going to use it, but I was like, oh my gosh, I've got all these lemons, what am I going to do? It's amazing. And I was like, I'm making cocktails. Can I do something with cocktails with lemons? Of course you can. You could just do straight lemon juice. But you know me, I always like to take things a step further. And here is one of the recipes that I did. Now this is brand new. You're not going to find this recipe anywhere but this video, yeah? So I made, which is amazing, I made pickled lemons Oh my goodness. I tried it before and they're really good with like fish and lamb and stuff, but they also work really well with cocktails. Just saying, just in case you're wondering. So over here, I have my pan set up already. You don't really need to know what's going on, so I'm not going to bring you quite so far over, but you can see the ingredients I've got here behind me. So I'm going to turn on my pan. I'm going to make the pickling liquid, which is the first thing we need to do. So turning on my pan, turning it on to medium heat. You don't have to go complete crazy high heat here. We just want a medium heat. I'm going to be adding apple cider vinegar, and I'm adding 150 mils of apple cider vinegar. Actually, I'm guessing that's about 150, I reckon, something like that. Looks good to me. And I'm taking up my inulin powder, which you guys all know is a wonderful dietary fiber, soluble fiber, really good for gut health. It's a prebiotic and it makes the most amazing pickles. So now I'm adding in 80 grams of inulin, which I know is around about 4 tablespoons or something like that. It's about 80 grams. And I'm just going to bring that to a simmer. Don't need to bring it to a boil, just going to bring it to a simmer. Now while that is simmering, I'm going to prepare the lemons, because remember we're making preserved lemons, which are good for cocktails and fish and gut healing bowls and all those wonderful things. Absolutely delicious. I've got big lemons, so I'm actually going to cut my lemons in half. I haven't done anything. I haven't skinned them, haven't peeled them, I haven't even bothered to get rid of the seeds, because I like to do things easy. So big lemons, you probably want to go in half, and then what you want to do is slice them nice and thin. About that thickness, yeah? So nothing too thick. About that thickness. Slice them nice and thin. As many lemons as you have, or what you can do, if your lemon is this big, you probably need to cut it into 16ths, like it's a cake, to make wedges that small. Because anything bigger is a bit hard to eat. So slice them as thin as you can. If you have a mandolin, this will be a really good time to use your mandolin as well. If not, a lovely sharp knife will get you that sort of thinness is what you're after. And then that goes straight into a jar. I'll keep on trimming because I've got my pickling liquid coming to the boil. Here's another cool thing that you can do as well, is right now we just have literally lemons, which are quite acidic. We have apple cider vinegar, which is quite acidic. We have inulin, which will help to balance it a little bit, but we still can add other flavors, which is going to help to boost the taste of our I'm going to call them cocktail lemons now, because that's how I've used them. They're just so good in cocktails, it's almost not funny. Another thing you can add to these, apart from you could add herbs and stuff, is you can also add, I'm going over there, I will be back. And we're still there, we're good. There, we're back. Chili flakes. That's another thing you can add to it. A little bit of chili flakes goes into our pot, a sprinkle or two, depending on how much you like your chili. But I'm just like, imagine a cocktail with chilies and lemons and all these wonderful flavors that were really good. You could also grate in a bit of ginger here as well and create a really nice preserved lemon. But even on its face, without chili, without ginger, what you're getting is a wonderful lemon that you can add to so many things. Yes, you can add it to stews and stuff, just like the preserved lemons from the book, the recipe from the book, which is fabulous. But you can also add this to gut healing bowls as a preserve, as a pickle as well, which is really, really nice. And then of course, other things that I've mentioned before. And oh, look at that, we're just looking at Cara, who said she's lost 15 kilos by doing my recipes. Thank you, Cara, for letting us know, my love. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. I'm so happy for you. So like, I'm ecstatic for your success. I'm ecstatic for you. Look, I've got more delicious recipes for you, Cara. Love you. I've got more delicious recipes. Here's one. Oh, turn that noise off. Hate that noise. So you notice this has not even come to a simmer. All I'm doing is dissolving the inulin powder. It takes seconds to dissolve it, but I've still got quite a clear liquid there. That's all you need to do. Done. The last thing you need to do is consider your lemons. And in considering our lemons, all we need to do now is cut them as thinly as we can. Or if you can't cut them thinly, ask someone else to do it for you. Share in the responsibility of making your preserved lemons. It's okay. You don't have to have exact cooking knife skills If someone's better, just ask them to do it. If you don't have a sharp knife in the house, then you can also check with your mandolin. You know, it's the slicer one. Just watch you don't slice the fingers. We're just slicing the lemon. That's what we're doing. So, yes. You don't have to do this if you're worried about slicing lemons. Just ask someone who's not as worried. Squishing it down, yeah. That's just lemons now. Preserved lemons or pickled lemons. Taking our lovely liquid, which is just inulin, apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of chili. Make sure the lemons are covered, just like that, and you have now created preserved lemons or pickled lemons. That's it. I would suggest you leave these pickled lemons for at least 3 days before you use them, and then they will last for months in your fridge. Keep them stored in the fridge. So once that liquid cools down, put a sterilized lid on top, pop them in your fridge, and these will last you for at least a month in your fridge, even maybe 2 months. Now I'm just reading Kara's message. Kara is saying, for anyone who hasn't seen Kara's message, she says, I am a diabetic. Doctor last week shocked. Sugars have now dropped and is now in a great range. Iron, all other things good. Now, no more iron shots. Kara, I am crying with happiness for your success, and your success is all due to your hard work. I'm going to come up. I'm blown away. Thank you, Kara, for sharing your story, because this is one of the things that it's really difficult to articulate. Yes, I know I do a lot of cooking. You know, I'm always cooking delicious food and doing stuff, but it's actually the health benefits that we have as our community that we have experienced by eating well. We're not just eating well for now, we're eating well for the rest of our lives. And it's really incredible and so important to hear your story, Kara, because what you're telling us is that you have taken the teachings on board and you ran with it. And what happens when you run with it? You go to your doctor and he's just like, what the? What? What's going on? Things improve when we improve what's happening up here, and we improve with what we're sticking in here and what happens in our body. So Kara, congratulations from all of us. What an amazing job. Not only have you lost weight, so I can imagine that you're physically feeling better, but also what's happening from your blood work as well is amazing. I love these stories so much. So thank you, Kara, for sharing your amazing story. And please, guys, say, Kara, you're incredible, because we all need to share in Kara's incredible journey too. And for all of you who have also had incredible journeys. I mean, I know I'm just sharing with you a pickled lemon recipe, but you know what? It's the grander things that we do in life. It's the grander things that we're doing. Oh, energy. Kara's saying energy. Clearly, she's been sick for so long. Now she's feeling fab. Congratulations. I'm feeling pretty good too, just saying. So well done to Kara and everyone who's joined us on this episode of Bridget's Healthy Kitchen Cooking Class, where we're talking about lemons. Lemons. It's amazing. Yes, well done, Kara, from Karen. So, and from Georgina as well. So, congratulations, my darling, to everyone who's fighting the journey. Keep going. We got this, guys. We got this. Remember, I shared a recipe with you guys on Bridget's Kitchen today, which is my rocket fuel green sauce, also known as salsa verde. Beautiful little green sauce recipe. Check it out. Download it. Make sure, if you haven't got a copy of my book yet, or you know someone who needs one in your family, go to bridgetscookbook.com. Our book is still available. And of course, I will end with, wait for it. The next book's on its way. We will announce pre-sales for the next book. I'm thinking in the next week, Mahei. Mahei is saying within the next week. Next week we'll announce pre-sales for the next book. All right, guys. Yay to Kara. Congratulations, my darling. Congratulations to you all. Let's meet back here. What do you reckon, tomorrow? Let's meet back here tomorrow for another cooking class. Thank you for joining me today. Love you guys. Enjoy Monday. Enjoy Sunday, wherever you are in the world. Let's talk soon. Take care. Bye.